Arise International Correspondent Adefemi Akinsanya joins us now. Adefemi, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday. Now, of course, as we heard in the AVAT scheme, it said that you'd have to actually put in an application, you'd actually have had to get that vaccine from AVAT, and you would have to have suffered adverse reactions before you would, you would qualify to apply for that. I know this was just launched, but is it too soon to ask just how many people might have already, started applying for this compensation scheme?
So the website itself, the process actually went live in October. However, it's only just had its official launch in terms of more people around the world being aware that this is an outlet that's available to them. You'll be aware that these participating countries, there are 41 of them. The vast majority of them are across the African continent, and then there are also Caribbean countries, Caribbean islands over in the Caribbean that are participating within those 41 countries. So yes, it is at this point a little too early to have known if people would have already started applying, because it only officially launched in the early hours. So it's only been within 24 hours that it's been officially launched. But the website, we were told at the press conference, had actually gone live in October. So what it happens now is that eligibility, when it comes to whether or not you've had any type of adverse reaction, you'd first have to identify and know that the vaccine that you received was procured or distributed by AVAT, which means the country you're in would have had to purchase their vaccines from the African Vaccine Acquisition Trust. Nigeria, for example, is one of the participating countries. However, as it stands now, if you were to have an adverse reaction, it would have had to have been after a vaccine you would have had that is within this cooperative system, which is, for now, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And you'll be aware that the vast majority of Nigerians who have already been vaccinated are likely to have been vaccinated through vaccines that were procured through the COVAX scheme or through donations from the European Union. And usually those have been vaccines that had different brands, Oxford, AstraZeneca, perhaps even Moderna. And recently we've heard of the European Union, for example, making donations of millions of vaccines to Nigeria, which are the Johnson & Johnson. However, this system, in terms of compensation, as it is now, according to Afreximbank, only focuses on if you've had a vaccine procured or distributed by AVAT. And for now, for Nigeria, for example, that would only be the Johnson & Johnson single-dose vaccine.
So, Adefemi, talk to us about the application process. How long will it take in terms of documentation, processing, and then paying compensation?
Well, organisers say they've made the process as simple as possible. I went onto the website myself, screen recorded it and included it in my report. So when you go to avatclaims.com, you've got information there, and you've obviously got the application form itself. And it's pretty straightforward. Contact information, of course, the ability for you to upload any supplementary documentary documents are going to be also available for upload there. And then you've got the situation where you can find out a bit more information in terms of the scheme itself, how long it'll take. It was made clear to us during the press conference that the organisers have prided themselves in making sure that this application is as simple as possible and can be filled out within minutes. It's also free. So for any applicants who want to make an application, the steps are relatively straightforward. You wait, you have to make sure that you've been suffering from an adverse episode for at least 30 days. That ensures that you're able to weed out more serious claims. So for example, I'm not sure how many of us in the studio have already had our vaccines, but it's quite common that there could be pain at the site of the arm where you've had your vaccine. And naturally, you'd probably feel sore for a day or two. that usually wouldn't be something that would be included and make you eligible for compensation, because it's believed that that sore arm would stop being sore and would recover within 30 days. However, if you were to have any type of reaction, even if it were a site at the pain, for more than 30 days, or at least 30 days, any type of allergic reaction or otherwise, any adverse episode that you would have been suffering from for more than 30 days, on the 31st day, you'd be entitled to make a claim for compensation.
Well, and just to be clear, it's only under the Johnson & Johnson set of vaccinations. All right, Adefemi Akinsanya, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon live from Abidjan and clearing up some of the questions we have about the AVAT.